Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Jurassic Park Trespasser. As you rejoin us to the sounds of a Tyrannosaurus Rex eating his lunch. We're up here at the moment. We're up by the warehouses again. We left off at the end of the last episode all the way down there. The reason is because there's actually an additional little bit I forgot here when I was exploring, which is this dock here. There's not much here, really, other than that boat over there.
6 left.
The Emily was a tug for bringing in the bigger freighters. Occasionally we took it out to observe specimens from offshore or to sweep the tide for traces of our operation.
Right. This is... Now, it's interesting that he gives you that voiceover about a tug called Emily, whereas I don't think this is a tug. This is the boat from the beginning of the Lost World film that they sail to the island in. It's the same type of boat anyway, it's not the exact same boat. The only way to sort this out is to use bullets to shoot the door, which will then allow us to jump onto it and get onto the boat. However, it's quite likely I could screw this up completely. So we'll say first, now we're good.
It was scuttled in 1989 as a quarantine measure soon after I gave the government my testimony.
There's a slim cat's chance in hell you might be able to kill the T-Rex with this gun. If you could somehow get it over here, which I don't think you could. And, you know, actually manage to land all of your shots on target, I expect. There's an AK here. Probably grab that before we leave. And another AK with a drum mag, which I will definitely grab before we leave. And we can actually turn the wheel here if we really want to. It doesn't do anything, but there it is. Let's have that.
Hasn't been used.
Excellent. Oi, come on.
8 shots.
Oh, using the long weapons in cramped spaces. I'm going to use this to flip the door back over again. Or try to. Oh dear. We might be able to push it, mind you, actually. If we just... Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. So let's be having this.
Hasn't been used.
Lovely. Just thought I'd show you this extra little bit here, and I fancied grabbing these guns as well instead of the 2 shotguns as we proceed further into the level. Because now we're going to be going up that hill there to the lab. How long does it take for a Tyrannosaur to eat a Stegosaurus, you may be wondering? Quite a while, as it turns out. He's still chowing down and having his lunch over there. I don't know if he'll ever stop, honestly. I don't know if he'll ever stop being hungry. I don't, I'm afraid, have the patience to wait around and find out, in truth. And just as I'm heading back this way, I discover a new friend. Hello. He's now an ex-friend. I think this fella got stuck somewhere, because I heard him clanging around earlier. And then we never really found him, however. I think he must have got himself unstuck, possibly after I saved and then reloaded the game earlier before this episode started. Just poke his tail so it gets back in order. There you go, mate. Right. There's the green keycard thing. Where did I leave the green keycard itself? I think I left it over here, didn't I? Somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. There it is. It was cunningly disguised from that other angle. Very good. I was getting worried there. I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to go all the way back up to the warehouse and get the other one. But no, we're fine. So, let us proceed as Anne waggles this keycard at full arm's length out in front of her. There we go.
Full clip.
Now we shall head up the hill. You will notice at this point that the vegetation around us in the world has changed from the jungles of the lowlands and is now turning into this sort of coniferous forest as we head further up towards Mount Watson. So a bit of environmental variety. It's not quite as lush and detailed as the jungle, though, I have to admit. Hello. There we go. Although the environment is still obviously quite large, you could be forgiven for it, the game putting a loading screen at the other side of this gate here we've just gone through, but no. We'll be going all the way up here and leaving all this behind without the level changing. Much like the town, which then turns into that whole bit where you go along to the dam, the levels are really quite big, bigger than you initially expect them to be too. I always felt this particular bit of music felt very Rainbow Six for some reason. It doesn't really play for any particular reason either. It just sort of plays as we come up this hill here. I suppose to coincide with you having a nice view of all this, maybe? I don't really know, but it just sort of plays for whatever reason. And yeah, it sounded very Rainbow Six. The old Rainbow Six games, particularly Rogue Spear and Raven Shield, I played a lot of back in around roughly the kind of time that this game was out, actually. Another one of my sort of... Where are you? Ah, there you are. Another one of the games I played in my formative years of PC gaming. I suggest you fight the trike and not me. And that's why. Trike got his man. He's dead. There's a little MP5. We don't really need it, though. There's another raptor over there, right over in the distance, in the trees, as you can see. The trike seems a little annoyed, so I think we'll just carry on. Because it can kill us. And he's kind of charging in this direction. I would like you to leave us alone, me old mate. Not really interested in you. Is he following us, or is he just... I think he's getting quite angry with us, judging by the sounds he was making, and now maybe I've shot him in the face, he'll bugger off. They're annoying, the Triceratops, because just when you think you're safe, they do that. They come running up behind you and then stab you in the back with them horns. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you quite finished? Have you calmed down now?
It's half gone.
I'm wondering if this is worth replacing with the MP5 now. Are you finished? Are you finished? I will send you to your bedroom without any supper.
Gone.
Let's have this.
Feels full.
Go on, shoo. More of a hassle than the damn velociraptors you are. Don't you talk back to me. Right, now just past this rock here, and over this bend, should be the lab. Again, big, vast open space with this forest here, and to my memory, there's really nothing much here. Climb up to the top of this to get a better view. It's just this big forest here, with bugger all in it, really, except for the odd dinosaur. This is the part of the game, really, when we're getting towards the end of it, and you really start to see the what quality there was. It kind of really drops off, and we get towards the rushed finale.
Laboratory and administrative buildings. This was where we made our discovery, where the real magic trick happened. When they come to dig up our secrets, they'll come here. Site B was fully centralized and computer-controlled. The same design that became the Achilles heel of Jurassic Park.
Well, here it is. The secret lab, everybody. It's certainly seen better days.
Diagnostics, communications, security, all ran through the computer. Accordingly, computer security was paramount, the tightest on the island.
Indeed. The computers are what we want to get to. That, however, is the biochemistry lab. That's the offices, I believe, and that is the computer lab right there. And by telling us the computer lab security was the highest, John Hammond is subtly telling us that we're going to need the best keycard available in this area to get into it. Which means we're going to have to go scavenging elsewhere. As you can see, we will need a red keycard to get through that. But I think we may need another one inside. So, we'd better get searching, I think. Oh, Desert Eagle. I think we're going to start with the biolabs, because there's a way in just around the back here, which doesn't require a keycard. Ah, here we go. Now, is this puzzle going to require much stacking? Bearing in mind, the game doesn't have a lot of stacking puzzles in it, because they removed them. No, we just moved the box over and that's it. Push this out of the way.
It was strange to move from the field, the hot sun, dirt on one's trouser cuffs, into the cool, sterile darkness of the lab.
Now, there's not an awful lot, again, in a lot of these rooms. It's much like down at the dock. However, Hammond does occasionally have interesting things to say. Very obstinate door. I don't think there's really anything in here, if I recall. Yeah. To be fair, generally, stall doors in real life don't open inwards at all, so... But of course, in classic Trespasser fashion, I can't open it properly either. Actually, I'm talking out my arse. I'm talking out my arse. Last time I did use a public toilet, it did open inwards. Ignore me, anyway. That said, they usually don't get stuck on the toilet itself. That definitely is a trespasser. There we go. Now it springs back open. It's, I would love to know why the physics engine works in the ways that it does in this game sometimes, and these are probably a great example of
Feels full.
Scratching your head and going, but why does it do that? Here's an elevator, which does not work, I believe. Do not use elevator in case of earthquake or fire. Wise advice.
Feels full. Place looks mostly intact.
The sharp tang of the preservative chemicals, the coolness and hush of the stellar chamber, the daily ritual of decontamination.
Now, notice there was a purple keycard bit on that other door, and here as well. Purple keycard will get us in here and I think into the offices, but we'll need the red one for the computer labs. There's a purple keycard right there. Alright, Toodaloo MP5. I shall be needing this. Quickly open that. I'm going to sort of bring this with me here. And by that I mean... we're going to chuck it over there. For now. So I can grab it later. I'll leave that there as well, otherwise I might just bump into something and lose it forever. Let's reduce the risk of that happening, shall we? And let's head upstairs. Emergency eye wash. Pull handle back up. Push even. Wait a minute. Oh, the safety shower is pull. The eye wash is push. Okay, my brain just sort of amalgamated the two signs.
This was all there was. Looks like a freshman science lab.
From humble beginnings, Anne. Great disasters are often made. I have no idea what that is. I couldn't tell you. I was never much of a science geek.
The centrifuge word night and day, the slow alchemy of genetic replication.
Yeah, these computers don't work anymore. Neither does that one. Although, it's quite heavy. It's very heavy, even by Anne's standards of what is heavy. Massive 4x4 crate, not a problem. Computer, can't lift it. Velociraptor. And another MP5. This is where they grew the eggs. Well, it's where they nested the eggs anyway. And we could, if we wanted to, jump out here and climb in through the top floor of the office that way, which actually I'm going to do. I forgot that this little shortcut was here. And as you can see over there, there's some enclosures for the animals that were being hatched in here. Right, we're in. Now, I believe there's a door in here which we can only open by actually shooting it because it's so stuck. Memory serves. I think it's this one. There we go.
The Raptor
inside
preened itself, utterly confident of its right to be there, absolutely no consciousness that it was not the sovereign ruler of this earth.
arrogant, you might say, then, John Hammond. A little bit like you, mate. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Yes, another an M14 is in there, basically, is this gun here. Rather good gun, so I'm definitely going to take it with me.
Come on, Hammond. It's your office. Gotta be something here.
526327. And a nice revolver. And a very poorly ventilated computer. Look, even the back of it's sealed off. Aha. This is what we wanted. Now, again, what I'm going to do here is something possibly a bit risky. Chuck it out the window.
About 20.
Come with me, Mr. M14. We are leaving. Now, we could go downstairs. We can't actually get out from downstairs, though, because I don't have the purple keycard on me. I don't think the red one opens these either. But, again, we'll be faced with a lot of empty rooms, basically. Much as we've seen before. Your empty room quota has been definitely filled over the course of this entire level. That is for sure. And of course, knowing that the dinosaurs cannot exist inside buildings in this game does rob any interior exploration of any tension it might have had, admittedly. A real shame because ultimately, you know...
Looks like 20.
Ultimately, one of the best parts and most memorable parts of Jurassic Park was when the velociraptors get into the kitchen. And of course, such a scenario could never occur in this game. Right, let's head upstairs and jump back out the window again. Assuming that's possible. Yes, although I'm stuck in the wall. There we go. Back down the stairs, and then out through the door, and then we're into the computer labs, and then we'll be almost done. Now then, at some point, I believe a raptor will spawn out here and wander into the courtyard. It doesn't look like it's happened just yet. Or do they spawn over in the car park here? I'm not... My memory's a bit fuzzy, actually, I must admit. But I think one will spawn at some point. Right, let's take this and get in. I believe we're going to need this card for another door a bit further into the building. Ah. Now we know what that number was for.
Data is still in here. I could conceivably be a very rich girl. All it takes is a modem.
We worked long into the night, feeling at times as if the whole of the earth had fallen away outside, leaving only the darkness, the work, the endless questing into the past.
Interesting. Now again,
it's cold in here.
Good to know, Anne. Now, again, lots of empty rooms up here. However, there is one thing I did come up here for. One thing specifically.
I still believe Nedry left himself a back door, something about the hobbits or God knows what.
Yes, this is Dennis Nedry's office. You will remember as the fat bloke from Jurassic Park 1. He's got lots of posters and stuff in here. And Attack from Uranus. Very good. And more importantly, he has this. This is a mace, which incidentally is one of the only 2 effective melee weapons in this game.
Feels full.
In that it works and can be stowed on your person. Unfortunately, we are now at basically the end of the level, so we'll go through a door soon, and it will be taken off us. So that's very typically Trespasser to give us the one functioning melee weapon. Have us get stuck in the floor. Yep, I am well and truly officially stuck in the floor. Great stuff. There we go. But yes, to give us this melee weapon that actually works, and then immediately end the level. But believe me, it does work. It does work. Now then, I just need to go back and recheck the footage to see what the number was on that clipboard. I'll be right back. 526327. Come on. Lovely. And, aha, yes, there is another keycard bit here, a blue keycard. Luckily, it's just been left right there. So you have to get through that door, then you have to get past the keypad, then you have to get past this door in order to get in here. So, yeah, security was pretty tight indeed. It's fair to say.
Nerd Central.
You're the one that was babbling on about modems a minute ago. There we go. Here it is. It's a Cray Research XMP something or other, this computer. It's a real computer. These really existed, these Crays. And they were pretty powerful bits of equipment for their day. I think nowadays they've had the processing power of roughly equivalent to probably a last generation games console, I would have said. Something like that, I believe. So that, all the way down to your old Xbox 360 or something. Kind of impressive when you think about it, because this is the 80s, remember. Right, we've got a few bits in here. There's a big lever of doom, and then there's these. The Cray boot-up sequence, now this is, I suspect, not historically accurate, even if the computer itself is. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, dark blue, purple. So we've got to find the red button first. I'm going to shut up here, because Hammond's going to talk us through this process. Oh, one moment. There we go. And if you were too stupid to even read the sign, the button that you want flashes.
It was in the last days of genetic recovery, and at this point, nothing was certain. Was the DNA there? Could we bring it back? Up the well? It was 3 a.m. The room was strewn with soda cans, and for the 100th time, we ran the extraction sequence. Dennis, what are we looking at here? All my life I've waited for something great, something extraordinary.
Yeah, I already pressed that, didn't I? Blue, blue. Wrong blue.
As Ned retyped, the world seemed to hold its breath, and for a moment we stood at the turning point between two great planetary eras. The million-year reign of man and the age of the dinosaurs. And then it opened up. The code read true. The barrier of time for an instant opened. Nedry and I stared into the monitor. Straight back through 65,000 centuries.
Activated systems. Satellite uplink. Connected. Local transmitter down. Attempting connection to mountaintop facility.
There you go. It's up and running. And we need to get to the mountaintop facility because the local transmitter doesn't even work.
Feels full. Looks like 20.
Which means... Did that raptor spawn in the end or not? It's not like it did. Could have sworn one spawns around here sometimes. Never mind. Anyway, we're going this way. His arm continues to twitch. Can't be very healthy for you, Anne, the way your elbow is locking and unlocking like that. Right on cue, there's the Velociraptor noise, and here is a very conspicuously placed Barrett 50 cal. You're welcome to try and use that to kill the dinosaur inside if you like. I think it's a fool's errand, though. Much more fun to use this. Ah! Have at thee, foul knave! I come to smite thee with my mace. Oh dear. This isn't going well. Probably poking him will, I imagine, do a bit more damage. It is drawing blood, though, as you can see. Well, his poor neck's gotten all screwed up. And... Do you know what?
About 20.
There we go. I have slain the beast. It took a bit of effort, but it was done. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the mace. The only functional melee weapon in the game. I think I made an absolute pig's ear of that. I've seen people do much better with the mace in the past. And indeed, I think I've done much better with the mace in the past. But there it is. As you can see, unlike all the other melee weapons, it does actually draw blood. Which means that it works. Anyway. And now we're going to lose it, because that's the end of the level. We just need to hop up here. Now, I think... Yes, here is one of the rare stacking puzzles that is still in the game. I should have been very careful there. The Velociraptor already damaged me a bit. That fall could have killed me. I don't think just stacking that's no. Oh, it is. Never mind. It was a stacking puzzle, but it was very basic. Oh, and before you ask, no, this door here doesn't open. It's stuck, which is why I went straight for the stacking puzzle. And there stands the level. And now we find ourselves here on the other side. Again, I have to cut out the loading screens, I'm afraid, due to recording related reasonings. And here we are presented with 3 weapons: a shotgun, a revolver, and this.
3 left.
3 darts in this dart gun. Toxic. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the only single gun in the game that can kill a Tyrannosaurus Rex by getting 3 headshots with all 3 darts. That is how you do it. As some people have pointed out in the comments, you can kill a T-Rex if you cheat and use unlimited ammo with a different gun. But, to my knowledge, this is the only way you can kill a T-Rex in the game without cheating. This gun right here. And so, you can absolutely bet
3 left.
that I'm going to drag this through the entire level until I reach a T-Rex for me to kill.
7 shots.
I'm going to take this instead of the revolver because this is going to do more damage. However, with 1 inventory slot taken up by the Gun of Doom, which, well, I'm pretty sure insta-kill any other dinosaur we shoot it with. Shoot with it. Because that's taking up an extra inventory slot, I'm probably going to have to do a lot of running away.
Leaves, damp earth, rotting wood.
Thank you for that, Hammond. Awkwardly timed, but thanks. Maybe I hear something stumping away there. I believe it's stomping away there. It's another Albertosaur, not a T-Rex. An Albertosaur, which we could kill with the Gun of Death. I'm not going to though. I'm actually going to just run away from it. The game is forcing me down this hill here, unfortunately, so I can't really sneak around it. So, my friend, here's where we save the game and we leg it. And how hopefully, dinosaur pathfinding being what it is, I'll be able to thoroughly confuse him here. But it's difficult to say sometimes with the big uns. Hello. It is actually quite easy to dodge the Raptor's charges. There's a gun over there, although I think I'm just going to keep running. The Raptors always charge straight ahead, and if you can just dodge to the left or right of them, they'll go straight past you. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm tempted to go back and grab that now, because I think... Oh, Mr. Albertosaur is still on his way. Alright, I think we're going to run. We're going to run. It's the first time in the game I've been caught short with ammo and having to run, actually, because the first time you're supposed to really run out of ammo is at the dam, when I didn't. But now, things are looking a little bit grim on the ammo front. I know where the next gun is, though. I'm going to try and get it as soon as possible, but for now, I'm just going to have to run past all these guys as much as I can. Bunny hopping might help us here a little bit, actually. Although not as we go down here. I believe all these raptors are set to max aggression as well, so they'll just chase us and chase us and chase us. No sneaking past them, that's for sure. Such one up on that hill there, still pixelated in sprite form, which we've managed to not activate. That's good. There's another one directly ahead of us, though, in the direction we want to go. In fact, there's one there, too. So we don't have much of a choice here. We're going to have to deal with you somehow. There's another one in the distance over there. There's loads of them here. It is the damn 2.0, really. Although so far he's not noticed we're here because he's not actually looking at us. He is now, though. They have no sense of hearing the dinos, as far as I'm aware, but they do have a cone of vision. Gotcha. I think
3 shots.
that's all of the ammo.
Empty.
Yep. However, right over here should be a gun, if I'm lucky. Or is it a bit further along? Might be a bit further along. Oh, crumbs. He's coming. He's coming for me. Sounds closer than he actually is, though, because of all the echoiness. Echoiness, that's definitely a word. Because of the acoustics. I thought there was supposed to be a gun back there, and maybe there was, and I just missed it, but... Hello, yeah. We're gonna keep running. Oh, they're all headed straight for me. Now, I can't recall if the Raptor's ever in fight. I don't know whether... Priorities, Anne. I don't know whether you can actually cause it to happen by getting them to run into each other. I don't honestly know. This is getting damn right exciting now. Oh, ow, get off. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Hello, our Lord and Saviour, the AK, which, unfortunately, I got to too late. And that is the first death of the playthrough, I think. Yeah, we just sort of lie here on the floor. The raptors eat us. It's a little bit disturbing. As they bump into each other. Until you reload the game, basically. So, I think I can get away with loading the game. Yeah, there we go. Because it's quite quick. Alright, fellas. Are you going to figure out how to get around me here? Maybe. Oh, yeah, looks like it. Don't know if I've momentarily confused them there a bit. I don't think so. This bit here might prove a bit difficult without resorting to using the gun of death. And once again, Anne's priority's in a strange place right now. Ugh, oh dear. Is it worth reloading to go back and get that gun? I'll give it one more try. There might be another gun around here that I just don't remember. Bugger off. Get out my face. Ugh, it's for real. The two of them, it's really difficult to dodge. Okay, let's go back to about here. And chance grabbing this. Whatever this is. Ah. Hello, Mr. Albert. So, yeah. Bye-bye. Wonder if he'll fight the raptors, or at least chase them off. I should be so lucky. In fact, we may even be able to use him to do just that. But it depends. I'm not sure if... Yeah, I'm beginning to suspect all the carnivores in the game will sort of team up against you, with the exception of the T-Rex. Oh, well, I don't know, though, actually. significantly scarier than the average raptor, isn't he? Oh, he's following me down as well. I don't think my situation has really improved, it must be said. Try and weave in between the trees here, see if that confuses him a bit. Probably easier to confuse the big fella than the little ones, admittedly. This is, without question, the hardest bit of the game, from what I remember. For this pretty much exact reason, right here. Lots of dinos, not very much ammo. Has he managed to make it around here? No, I think we've finally got him suitably confused. You, on the other hand,
15.
can get out of here. M14 is an awesome weapon in this game, as you can see. I think with this, now, we should be able to make it to the AK this time. And it's a drum AK as well, so it's plenty of bullets. Actually managed to build up a fair bit of speed here by going downhill. Let's just head straight at this fella.
13.
Very nicely done. Another one chasing me down. Couple of headshots, and are you having second thoughts over there, mate? Possibly.
I can smell the ocean.
They say raptors are clever. Has this one figured out that I've just killed two of his mates right in front of him? And that perhaps there might be easier prey out there elsewhere? No, I don't think so. I think he might be 100% aggression type fella. Come on, then. I should wait for him to get a bit closer. I'm going to ditch this gun in a minute anyway. There we go. Here we go. Do you know what?
Hasn't been used.
Let's see how far we can take this. Just by chucking them ahead, leapfrogging the guns. Now, there is a way
7 shots.
at this particular bit here to dispatch a few raptors without using any ammo at all.
Feels
Due to
full.
the geography of the level. I distinctly remember doing it the last time I played this
Looks
game
like 7.
on Twitch. Because I'm cheeky and don't know when to quit,
Hasn't been used.
I'm probably going to try and do it again.
Looks like 7. Hasn't been used. 7 shots.
Come on.
Feels full.
I'm determined to take this
7
toxic
shots.
dart gun with me. Because last time I played this game, the T-Rex that I'm thinking
Feels
of,
full.
I did not manage to kill with the toxic dart gun, and I am determined to do it this time. Ah, there's a Stegosaurus here, which will distract some of them, which is good.
7 shots.
Although you're far more interested in me, aren't you?
6. 5, 4.
We are reaching the point where this gun is not even worth bothering with. Oh, nice how that managed to prop itself up. You're welcome, Mr. Stegosaurus. You're welcome.
Feels full.
Now, what we could have done with those raptors is we could have tempted them into charging us and then jumping aside and watching them sail off the cliff. Now, animals don't take falling damage in this game. The dinos don't take falling damage. But if you drop them down a steep enough cliff like this, there's no way they can get back up to you. They'll just sort of waddle around down there at the bottom and never manage to make it back up. Which is as good as killing them. There's a couple more over here. I'm wondering... Well, I say a couple more. There's definitely a few. I'm wondering if we can attempt it here, perhaps. But the cliff is a little bit less... a wee bit less steep here, so... Would you like to charge off the cliff? No? You've been awkward about it, aren't you? In fact, I've gone off the cliff. And I'm now dead. That's what hubris will get you, folks. Since these guys are on to me now, let's bring them back here, shall we? Could use the Stegosaurus as bait, admittedly. Oh, damn it. Damn it! I went 1 millimeter too close. These two are coming after me. I think there's a third one over there, though. Yeah, I can see it in the distance. We'll get to him in a minute. But he's a slightly different kind of raptor. Come on, then. Oh, there goes one. I was hoping he would stagger in the other direction there, actually. Getting too close to your head and taking damage, I'm afraid. Come on, down here. Oh, has he got me? He's got me. We got one of them off the cliff. Go on, hop over the side again. Oh, nearly did then. Alright, I'll stop torturing you at this point, I think, and just shoot them, but you get the idea. Oh, you might have a bit more luck here, actually, with this rock in the way. Oh, here we go, we got a little corner piece here. Bye! I straight up shot him in the head and killed him, actually. But, he went over regardless. And this one's just decided he's not interested. He's just like, I'm going to go over here now. How'd you like them apples? You want to jump over the side as well? Your drunken lurching fashion. Look at him go. Or are you smarter than your friend was? Oh, maybe not. Oh my goodness! I just got catapulted off by his tail! Quality. And now I'm dead. Or will be shortly, unless... Oh, okay. Under the sea. I've never managed to do this before, actually. I've never managed to get down the cliff in one piece. It's a first time for everything, folks. Hello, friend. You are now my only companion down here. Whoa, look at the culling as well. I wonder if... There's another raptor up here. I wonder if we can get him to come off this cliff and say hello. Oh, we've entered a strange twilight realm here. Where none are supposed to tread. You notice there's this whole extra sea texture that's underneath the actual sea that was just clearly never used, but sort of left in the game regardless. Kind of curious how far along this goes, actually. Seems to go around the corner a bit. Is the entire island rendered in the background? Can we actually keep going? Obviously, it's very weird because the culling has been done in such a way as we can't see anything much other than this cliffside, but... Yeah, it just keeps going and going and going, so... True to what I said earlier, the entire island is rendered. With each slice of the game taking place in a different level with the different objects loaded into that one specific area, but we can keep going and going and going here, and eventually we'd end up back where we started, I think, because we'd just go around the entire thing. So there you go. I don't think we're running into an invisible wall here either, because we seem to have circumvented any invisible walls that were in that level that were hand-placed. So, alright. Well, there you go, everybody. Let's load back, shall we? Alright, enough messing around, gents. You're just going to fall off of your own accord. I swear he almost did then. Thanks, friends. Now then, there's Raptor number 3. There is Raptor number 3. He's already detected us and is already interested in us, so we might as well deal with him. Yes, this is one of the raptors from the 3rd tribe. What makes these guys significant is obviously the fact that their skin is a different colour. They've got this tiger stripe pattern. And also, they take way more bullets than the other 2 types of raptor. But we did get him in the end. Let's have a closer look at him, why not? Have a little look. You fix your tail. Oh no. Your tail seems to be unfixable, sir. If we tap him on the head, maybe that'll sort him out. There you go. Give him a little pat on the head, that'll sort him out. But yes, there he is. The 3rd type, I think the biggest type as well.
About half a clip.
Definitely the toughest. Takes the most bullets out of the lot. And we're going to encounter virtually nothing but him from now on. Well, there's the mountain in the distance that we're heading towards. As far as raptors go anyway, there'll be more like T-Rexes and Albertosaurs and stuff, but he's pretty much the only type of raptor from this point forward. It seems to be the tribe that occupies the highlands around the mountain.
Dinosaur Park. What a great idea.
Yeah. Now, a bit further up here should be, I think, Albertosaur number 2 from this level. And once again, our objective will be to run past him rather than actually try and kill him. Because at this moment in time, we still only have this AK. The level will be slightly more forthcoming with guns going forward now, luckily, but even so. There's 2 more of the buggers. And a jeep over there with some of those yellow boxes. I don't know if there's actually a gun over there, but I'm certainly going to try and find out. Oh, I nearly flicked the gun out of my hand there with his tail. What about you, then? Running around in circles there. Well, so far in this level, as you can tell, if they wanted to create emergent gameplay in Trespasser, they certainly succeeded. Because as janky and silly as this is, that is the first time I've ever been catapulted off a cliff by a dying raptor's tail. Ah, here we go.
3 left. Feels about half.
Half, eh? Well, we'll just leapfrog our guns then, shall we?
Looks like 20.
Because this is a very nice gun. Only the second occasion in the game we've managed to get our hands on one of these actually as well, I think.
It's half gone.
Because roughly half gone of one of those drum magazine AKs is no small amount.
About half a clip.
Although I suspect it's significantly less than half.
About 20.
Oh boy, don't you dare.
Looks like 20.
Come here, you.
Feels about half.
Now bear in mind, this game was supposed to have a lot more puzzles in it. It really was supposed to be a bit more problem-solving based, rather than, hello, Mr. Albertus, thought you were going to prevent me from leapfrogging with my guns, aren't you? Because you were going to just chase me. So I suppose I'd better just take this with me. Although, maybe I can get around you by going up here. And you can see a little building in the distance, just up there. It's a little preview of what's to come. Hello down there. Yeah, it looks like I can get around you by going up here, although... Well, maybe not, actually. Yeah, I'm just kind of sliding off the side now. Yeah, hello, big friend. It's a shame you don't like to fight raptors, because I've got 2 up ahead I could really do with you having a go at, having a bash at you. Hello. He has one of the better dinosaur roars in this game, he does. Oh, you little... I thought I could get just up here and turn around then. But never mind. Oh dear. Alright, let me just kill these guys, then we'll skip ahead back to where we were. Out of my face. I've got more important things to do, both of you. Whoa. Man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, I have to say. There we go. Much better.